Hey guys, and welcome to our 4-week update. I still don't have him. He is so out of it right now. Like, he has really woken up the past week. And let's just say things are a little bit like flashbacks from Olivia's time, but still probably not as bad. But yeah, he's got like what we call Olivia's eye syndrome, where she still says this to this day as an excuse for not going to bed. I cannot sleep. My eyes will not let me sleep. So I think he's got the same problem. So yeah. So today he's having a really bad day. I think I'm gonna try to bring him in maybe towards the end or something like that, but there will definitely be like all of his clips. Like, we're just gonna catch up because we really have to catch up. Things have been a little crazy. We've had a 4-day weekend, so the kids were home all weekend long, all 3 of them, so I had like no time to make videos and stuff. So let's go ahead and start off with, I guess we'll start with kind of like some of the harder things and then end on a more positive note towards the end. So the first really hard thing that happened was probably around Wednesday. He had a really scary incident where he was like choking in the middle of the night, and like really badly, and he was sleeping on his back probably a little bit too soon after a feed. But still, like, this never happened with my girls, so that's why we just kind of casually put him on his back to sleep even after a feed. You know what I mean? He was on his side for a good while before we put him on his back, but you know, so we weren't expecting anything like that to happen, but he started like gagging like uncontrollably, like out of nowhere, and then hubby had to like flip him over like and walk with him kind of like with his belly on his arm for a little while, and it took a little while for him to like settle down and like get his breath again. And then all this saliva came out, and what looked like saliva. It happened to be a German holiday, so I couldn't really take him to the doctor that same day, but I took him the next day and we just talked about it, and she just gave us some sleeping suggestions, and she does say it sounds like it could be reflux, but she's like, you just kind of have to wait it out and see with these things. And so far he hasn't had another scary incident like that, but we pretty much always sleep him on his side, pretty much. Like, he's kind of leaning up against like a pillow at the back of his back. That's what she suggested. And like a really hard one. It's really hard to explain. I know you can buy things like this on Amazon too that are like designed for babies with reflux, because I was a nanny for a baby with reflux in San Francisco, and she had one of these pillows just in case, you know. So he sleeps pretty much like not completely on his side. It's like at an angle, you know what I mean? So he has had a couple of nights where it's always at night too, pretty much when this happens. He has had a couple of nights where he's kind of like gagged and then it came out and then he was fine. But it's only because I think he was on his back that we had such a horrendous experience, and it's kind of to the point where both me and Hubs don't feel comfortable leaving him alone to sleep. I mean, he's still kind of young for that anyway, so like we basically are like switching shifts. Like we've always got something to do. Like, he keeps us on our toes pretty good, especially after that incident. But as of right now, I wouldn't say that anything seems that horrible about it. Like, it seems quite manageable, at least as far as I can see. I mean, I don't know how uncomfortable or how much pain he's in, but he's really fussy today, but he was really happy yesterday. So you just never really know what's gonna happen. Next up is he has baby acne now, and this is not really that bad of a thing, but all of my kids had the baby acne. My kids always got it a little later than what's normal. Like, most people say like their kids got it around 2 weeks. Our kids always get it at 1 month. And his is a little worse than Olivia's was. It's probably about the same as how Leia's was. At first I thought he had it better than Leia, but actually it's turning out, well, it depends. Like, if I put breast milk on it, it temporarily will go away, but if he's like in the carrier or something like that, then he like gets maybe a little sweaty, or like his skin can't breathe, so it like flares up again, and then I put more milk and then it like kind of goes better, but then it goes bad again. It's kind of up and down as well. But he has a lot of acne, probably about as much as Leia. Like, they've got it on their heads as well. I think it's because they have a more oily skin type. Olivia's skin is a little bit more dry. So that's about all of the negative things, I think. up for? Oh, well, we already talked about how alert he is. Breastfeeding wise, I think it's going really well. He was weighed at the doctor. It wasn't his official checkup yet, but like I asked them if we could weigh him, and he's doing really good. Like he's gained probably about a pound now. He hasn't gained as much as Leia did, but he's gained like enough. I think he's gained more than a pound actually. I think like a pound and a couple ounces. I'm trying to figure out kilograms and all this stuff. I have to always translate it. Yesterday was a really good day breastfeeding wise. Today he's just like, he's woken up so much, like especially in just the past couple of days. It's been like a good week that it's been progressionally happening, but he's like really woken up today. Like he just wants to stare around and look at the window and not blink, and then it's like a vicious cycle with these babies that wake up too early, you know what I mean? Because there are different levels of alertness, because I would say that Leia was an alert baby too, but she was like not as consciously there when she was awake, if that makes any sense. Like she was just kind of like she would like look around, but I don't feel like it was like going into her system at the same level as like especially Olivia. Like Olivia had it happening since day one. Now Darian's having it happen since about 2 weeks, and like it's just the way that they look into the world is a little different. So on to the more positive things. His personality, he is like, even though things are tough, he's a really cheerful little guy. Like as you guys can probably see, like he's always got a smile on his face in his sleep. Like he's constantly smiling. He laughs in his sleep. Like I really want to know what his dreams are about, because well he also has like scary dreams, it seems, because he'll go like in his sleep as well, and he'll look like really like it's a really intense scary dream sometimes, but other times he'll like laugh, and it's the funniest laugh. It's like it's so cute, and it seems for the most part looks like he's having okay dreams, like happy ones. And then like he's a really weird REM sleeper. He sleeps a lot with his eyes open as well, which is really creepy. When he is having his happy alert time, it's like really cute. Like he's just in a really happy mood, like especially after he's had a really good feed and after he's had a really good sleep. Then when he wants to interact with you, he's like really expressive, and he does already socially smile since about 3.5 weeks, which is really early. My midwife saw it as well. She was like in shock. He smiles at almost everybody. Like he loves looking at everybody's faces. He loves looking at the windows too, but he smiles at the window too. Sometimes when I put him to look at the window, he'll smile like, oh yay, it's time to look at the window. It's so cute. And the way you can kind of tell the difference between like an accidental newborn smile, like the accidental ones are usually in their sleep, even though they're not really accidental, they're just having a happy dream probably. But there's like a smile, like a reflex that they do. You have to kind of see it in their eyes, like his eyes get all bright. And that's been going on since about 3.5 weeks. And he's a really happy, cheerful character. Like all in all, he just has like, his body kind of gets in the way, you know what I mean? Like between his tummy issues and his super duper alertness and curiosity about everything, it makes it difficult. This is something I forgot to mention in the 2-week update. He did roll over like 2 days old or something like that, and it was like a double roll because he was really excited and hungry, and usually on the bed like I side feed him, and he kind of already seemed to get the system. It's like, okay, so now I'm gonna go over to this side, and he rolled like he was on his back, and he rolled to his belly, and then he rolled back like this, and I was just like, oh God. It's like, stay small, for God's sakes. You don't have to already start reaching your milestones. Just be a newborn. And he still will do that from time to time. So, and he's got like these crazy muscles as well, like on his back. Like he can arch so far, like not just when he's crying, but like just when he wants to. Like when he's on me, he'll just be like this. And I mean, like it's like such an angle. And then he'll do the same with his legs. Like both legs will go all the way back. And like I know doing these exercises at the gym, like they're super hard, because my gym teacher used to have us do this to like tone our butt muscles. He must have like super glutes or something like that, because like he can really flex. Also looking at his movements, like both me and my husband are like, yeah, no wonder I was always saying ouch in the pregnancy, because he's like ferocious, like for real. So okay, I think that's all that I wanted to cover for this update. It's getting quite long. It's time to do my belly shot. So I did decide to weigh myself. I weighed myself on Friday, or was it Saturday? I don't remember. And I have only lost, so I gained a total of like 23, 24 pounds this pregnancy. And I've only lost like, what was it? I can't even remember. I'm trying to translate the kilos again. I think, I don't know, like 7 pounds or something like that. And that's just not a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, have I really gained like 15 pounds of fat? I don't know. I don't feel like my clothes fit that much worse, but I'm gonna wait it out until 6 weeks. I mean, I think I've officially stopped bleeding now, but I hadn't at that point. So I don't know, I might be retaining a lot of water. There's also the extra boobs, but I don't know, I'm just gonna wait it out, see what happens. But I don't really feel like I've gained that much extra fat, just based on how my clothes fit. But I definitely, because like everybody's like, oh, you went straight back. I haven't actually. I mean, it's the best that it's been in all my postpartums, but it's like I still have, I think, based on how my clothes fit, I think I have like 7 to 10 pounds to lose of fat if I'm, yeah, if I think I've got it right. I don't know though, but I don't think I have like 17 pounds. I think that's a little bit strange. So I will go ahead and do the belly shot. I'm wearing a dress today, but I put the pants on for the belly shot. So that's what's going on there. So there is belly from the front and from the side. So don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hi. Hi, Darian. Superman. That's a Superman arm. Gonna fly away. You having a good time?